right, so there's a teaser for a new Kamen Rider that dropped last weekend. Let's go check that out. Tradition. Yeah, we do care about the tradition. We also care about the Zeztz.
Pride. Struggle.
Ooh, he's a horny boy. He's Spider-Man? Whoa, he's all over the place. Oh, we got the beavers. And he's like Fies. He's Ryuki and Fies at the same time. And the moon? Who was it that posed with the moon?
Mesamero.
Was it Mesamero? Who was it? Was it of Kiva? Kamen Rider Kiva. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if these things are like supposed to be like the homages being shown in here. Maybe he's gonna be like a celebration sort of thing, like decade. But this is very Spider-Man. That's Spider-Man. And we all know that it is a Kamen Rider's job to destroy Spider-Man. Unless he's Spider-Man. In which case, Kamen Rider should calm down a little bit because he's not ready for Leopoldo. And the Grundle shot, definitely giving me like some Ryuki, maybe even Decade. I guess there was like a little bit of like reflective, like the way this is shot does remind me a little bit of Decade, the Decade opening with Tsukasa and his cubes. But now when I'm looking at this part, like he's got some kicks. Very distinct shoes. Maybe they're gonna have like a shoe deal. Also it feels a little bit strange to like not see a belt around the waist, especially now when I have this Grundle shot. But I was talking with my one of my friends that he is wearing he is very modernly wearing a fanny pack sling style belt. Which is very modern, very hip. It's a very sleek design, and the colors are very reminiscent of Old Man Ichigo, which is really cool. You always appreciate an homage to Ichigo. I guess a little bit the design is, well, the design of Ichigo is always going to be in the minds of Kamen Rider fans, because they're never allowed to forget the first Kamen Rider. I guess that goes with the whole legacy thing, the whole pride thing that they're talking about in this.
Tradition,
history, yeah, tradition and history. Pride. Struggle. Yeah, that is very much what these Kamen Rider shows. Not necessarily in the show itself, but in the franchise, it's all about that tradition and that pride and the struggle in the franchise. But it is also a Kamen Rider's job to struggle a little bit. The struggling boy. Takeshi Hongo never had an easy time. Like that is very Fies. That is very Kamen Rider Fies. Maybe he is really is about to be like one of those embodiments of a lot of Kamen Riders. Maybe it's gonna be like a bunch of Kamen Riders with numbers in their names. Don't lose your dream. Don't Mesamero. I don't know what that means. Unless that's how you're supposed to be pronouncing the Kamen Rider's name. They need to tell us, especially since they are absolutely with this English voiceover. They need to tell us how to pronounce this name. I'm sure somebody is able to pronounce this name. But like if we go into Kamen Rider O's, not knowing how to pronounce the name of the show, we're just gonna be all like, it's Kamen Rider Ooh, or Kamen Rider 555. Maybe he's Kamen Rider 35. No, he's Kamen Rider 5. You're gonna open your eyes for the next 5s. Somebody tell me how to pronounce Zeztz. But beyond the teaser itself, I do like that one. It does have the English voiceover, which means that they might be doing like a simultaneous pub dub, which I always loved. I think it was one of one of the best choices that the Ultraman, that Tsuburaya has been choosing to do to help get the word out and to help create a larger fan base outside of Japan, is making the dub in English, and it's pretty high quality. But even on top of that, having the dub to make it more accessible for people that may not be able to read subtitles, may not be able to read fast enough. So it is always good to have a dub, especially one that respects the original material. Even above, the fact that there's a dub, there's the fact that this trailer has been dropped on the official Toei Tokusatsu channel, which means that they're using it for reasons other than them giving themselves copyright strikes or whatever. So perhaps they're going to be dropping the actual simulcasts, the simuldubs maybe even, on their own Tokusatsu channel, which would be cool. Makes it super accessible. Makes it so that we don't have to shiver so many timbers just to be a fan of this franchise. So yeah, I'd say that this is, if those are all the cases, this is a huge step for Toei towards making Kamen Rider a household name in a lot more places and have a whole lot more reach, which I would be happy to see. I'm always pretty ironic about calling things Japanese Power Rangers, because it's just the US perspective of Tokusatsu, just calling everything everything like Power Rangers. Oh, that's Power Rangers, but in Japan. Even though they're looking at Ultraman, they're looking at Kamen Rider. But no, that's Power Rangers, but Japanese, the Japanese Power Rangers. No, it's a Tokusatsu. I actually had the displeasure of hearing a conversation like that in a store while I was shopping, looking at figurines, and somebody was looking at Ultraman and was all like, "That's Japanese Power Rangers." And I'm like, "Oh, my Ultra Soul." But this is not the first exposure in recent memory of Kamen Rider being widely available on streaming services for a recent project, because they did have the Kamen Rider Black Sun recently, just a few years ago, this decade. Even previously, they had Kamen Rider Amazons on Amazon, which was also pretty cool. But this is looking super sleek. At least for this, just for this teaser, the effects, the practical effects, the special effects, the lighting, the suit, it all looks super sleek. Has that production value. Black Sun looked really good. Amazons did not always look super good. But right now, I'd like to say that this teaser, if I was just to judge things off of this zesty teaser, it's a good looking show. Tell me what you think of the teaser, your hopes, and what details I might have missed about the whole everything about this Kamen Rider, including the way it's pronounced. leave all those notes in the comments. All right, there's other Kamen Rider stuff that was announced, so let's go check that out too. Oh, more stuff about dreaming. How many times are you gonna watch that dang old Kamen Rider? You could at least watch it digitally. Watch it on streaming on the Toei Tokusatsu channel, kid. Oh, 40 years old and working part-time. What a busy guy. Oh no, he lost his figures. Ooh, he got the mask on. Is he gonna punch some dudes? He's gonna cry. Wow, he's like projectile crying on that mask. He wants to be a Kamen Rider. Go for it, Tojima. And it's gonna be on the crunchies. Gosh, he used to have so much Kamen Rider stuff. So much you can almost see this as a toy commercial. Wait, hold on. What does he have over there? Is that like a CD tray? I can't tell if that's a CD tray or like a roll of toilet paper. He really enjoys his Kamen Rider. But in reality, you can't become a Kamen Rider. It's very rude in society to go up and punch and kick people. But oh my gosh, all his Kamen Rider stuff, and it's so like pristinely displayed. And like those drink cans? My gosh, his collection, fantastic. I'm like jealous. But this guy has a few years over me, so he's able to have garnered this much awesome swag. But this is the part that really gets me. It's the and suddenly it's gone, and the reality that forced him to give up on that dream. Wait, are they implying that his dream of having the most awesome Kamen Rider collection, or his dream of having a bunch of toys and also punching dudes? You could always punch dudes. I mean, it's still gonna be illegal, dude. I do kind of like that that Toei has been doing a little bit more Kamen Rider anime projects, because they did do the Futo PI anime a few years ago. Now they're doing this, and I think this is originally a manga. I don't think that came out here. I think it was a manga. Honestly, I don't know too much about this. If you know more about Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, do tell me. But I really like how he's putting on the festival mask to go punching people. It seems very complimentary to the idea of following your dreams. Because you get these festival masks as like a kid, right? For a kid. And he's kind of putting it on the forefront. He's putting it on his face. He's trying to follow his childhood dream of wanting to be a Kamen Rider. So there really is no better mask for him than a festival mask like this. It's very artistic. It has that artistic quality already just from the concept. I think it's very cool. I might check it out. I've been watching a whole lot of a tokusatsu, like maybe not even really tokusatsu, but like Henshin Hero anime lately. Like I do have my comfort Gatchaman rewatch. For when I'm feeling a little bit blue, I rewatch Gatchaman, the original Science Ninja Team. But I've also been continuing Metallic Rouge. And I finished Shikizakura recently, which is a little bit like this conceptually. Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Shikizakura is pretty similar because it is following a tokusatsu fan, Henshin Hero fan, who becomes a superhero, kind of at the most basic level of this concept, of the concepts, but they're related. Like the world of Shikizakura is not as grounded as what we're seeing with Tojima here. Tojima, as a regular man, has to worry about the fact that he has a part-time job. Jobs are so hard to get. I feel that he has a part-time job. It's also impressive that he had a part-time job and was able to afford all that merch. Even if it's like, you know, through accumulation. Still impressive to have all that. But there is a lot to relate to in having to at some point say goodbye to all that. But anyway, as for this, tell me your thoughts on Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. Are you excited to watch this? Are you going to check it out? Do you not want to watch it on Crunchyroll? And how do you generally feel about modern Henshin Hero anime? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and action smack that subscribe button. And as always, thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you in the next Smacchan Packed adventure.